Welcome to the High School Football Roundup. I'm Zach Slaight. The first game we'll look at here took place between the Glendale Falcons and the Hillcrest Hornets. Both teams came into this game with impressive records. Glendale undefeated at 4-0 and Hillcrest at 3-1. With no district implications on the line, this game would become a city championship of sorts, with the winner being able to claim they are the best in Springfield.
Hillcrest comes out fired up, while Glendale tries to remain focused on slowing down a high-powered offense. First quarter action, Hillcrest quarterback Matthew Trell finds Doriel Green Beckham across the middle, and he takes the ball the rest of the way in for a touchdown, reminding everybody just who they came here to see. Glendale would look to respond, but junior tailback Trevor Vaughn loses control of the ball and turns it back over to Hillcrest, bringing you-know-who back on the field. Glendale's defense would respond as standout defensive back Cameron Johnson tips a pass to himself for the interception and refuses to go down, giving the Falcons life down 7-0. The Glendale offense never got rolling as Hillcrest D stepped up all night long, and after this 3-and-out, blocked the Glendale punt in the end zone for another Hillcrest touchdown, putting the Falcons in a deeper hole after one. Hillcrest would walk into the half, up 21-8. Early second half action, and Doriel shows us why he is the nation's #1 recruit, as he takes the Futrell pass, bounces off the Glendale defender, and runs for 10 yards before finally being brought down. Hillcrest would score again, making it 28-8. After giving up another touchdown, Glendale quarterback Will Rogers tries his best to get his team back in it, but ends up throwing his third interception to Hillcrest Sheldon Moeller, ending Glendale's hopes at a comeback. The night would belong to Hillcrest and Doriel Green Beckham, as he would finish with 10 catches for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Hillcrest defense would hold Glendale's leading rusher, Trevor Vaughn, to -6 yards on the ground, and the entire offense to just 100 total yards.
Both of the teams would be the only city schools represented in the playoffs a few weeks later. Glendale would go on to win the Ozark Conference Championship with a record of 8-2, but would lose in the first round of the playoffs to Lee's Summit West after leading by 28 points. Glendale should be poised to make another run next year as they return junior standout two-way player Cameron Johnson and junior quarterback Will Rogers. Hillcrest would finish the year 9-1 and win 2 games in the playoffs before eventually falling to Webb City. The city's top player, and for a lot of recruiting services, the nation's top player, Doriel Green Beckham, also finished his illustrious career at Hillcrest with several notable records. He now holds the record as the country's all-time leader in receiving yards with over 6,100 career yards. He owns a state record for touchdown catches in a career and career average for receiving yards per game. At the time of filming for this show, DGB has not yet picked a college to attend, but with offers from nearly every top 25 program, you can be sure it will be national news when he does. Next, we see Springfield Central High School taking on district rival Willard in a Week 7 pivotal matchup. After starting out the season a perfect 3-0, Central came into the game with the Tigers on a 3-game losing skid. Looking to stop the bleeding and make up ground in a tough district, Central hoped to send a message early.
Thursday night football, and Central is ready to play the Tigers from Willard. First quarter action, and Central quarterback Thomas Sorg is off and running for a first down. Central looks to be rolling. That same drive, and running back Sequoia Hodges punches it in from 1 yard out. The missed extra point gives Central a 6-0 lead. Bulldogs are loving it. Central looks to capitalize on the Willard turnover as Sorg is flushed out of the pocket but finds his favorite target, tight end Ernest Greenwood, for a big 33-yard gain down the sideline. Central's offense would stall, however, and give the ball back to Willard. Willard quarterback John Carlton tries too hard to make a play here and ends up overthrowing his receiver, giving the easy interception to Central's Jake Walentine and bringing the half to a close.
Central would continue to slide as they would finish the year on a 7-game losing streak and go winless in the Ozarks Conference. Central does have hope for the future as junior tight end Ernest Greenwood has started to come into his own and gain the attention of some high major college programs. Our next game features those same Bulldogs in another conference matchup with the Parkview Vikings. Parkview would come into this game with a 2-6 record, but still with an outside shot at a district berth.
With both teams out of the district race, Central and Parkview still played like they had something to prove. Central got off to a quick start on their first offensive possession when quarterback Thomas Sorg connected with wide-open receiver Jake Walentine for a 35-yard touchdown pass, making it 7-0 Central early on. Parkview wasted no time in answering with their own score, as freshman Hunter Steinmetz takes the kickoff, weaves his way around Central traffic, and walks in untouched for a touchdown, giving the Vikings a 7-6 lead after a missed extra point attempt by Central. Here the Vikings look to add to their 1-point lead as quarterback Landon Ruff pitches the ball to running back Cole Jenkins. Jenkins bursts to a big hole on the left side and avoids 2 tackles before he coasts into the end zone, giving Parkview an 8-point lead. Now it's Central's turn to respond as Sorg drops back and throws a pass up to his big tight end Ernest Greenwood. Greenwood goes up and makes the catch in the end zone for the touchdown. We're all tied up at 14 as we draw closer to the half. But Parkview says we're not there yet, and Jenkins punches in another one for the Vikings to go up 21-14 at halftime. Third quarter action now, and it's all Jenkins all the time, as he runs another touchdown in, putting the Vikings up 28-14. Kicker Taylor Middlebrooks comes on for the 32-yard field goal, as the Vikings have now taken control of the game, heading into the fourth quarter. Central tries to stay in it as Sorg looks for an open receiver downfield and then says, "I'll do it myself," as he scores from 10 yards out on the quarterback keeper. Parkview proved to be too much for Central on this night, as running back Cole Jenkins finished with 179 yards on 20 carries and 3 touchdowns. Central quarterback Thomas Sorg had a very efficient game with 192 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, but the offense just couldn't answer every Parkview score.
This would be Parkview's only district win of the year as they would finish with a 3-7 record and just 1-3 in the Ozarks Conference. Parkview will look to improve on their record with the help of junior running back Cole Jenkins as he rushed for over 1,000 yards and scored 11 touchdowns on the year. Our last game features the Chiefs of Kickapoo High School going up against the Tigers of Ozark. This game was a must-win for the Chiefs if they wanted any shot at a district playoffs berth. The Chiefs and Tigers came in with identical records of 6-3 and 1-2 in the district.
Chiefs looking to make a late push into the playoffs. Ozarks looking to play spoiler. Ozarks' first possession, and running back Cody Lindsay knows just what he wants to do with the ball as he weaves his way through the Chiefs' defense for a 31-yard touchdown run. Ozark gets on the board first, 7-0. Chiefs defense looks to regroup, hoping to not let this one get out of hand.
Have to communicate this.
However, Ozark's next possession, and they use a little trickery, as tight end Kramer Patterson fires a pass to Austin Roberts for a 60-yard catch and run, quickly putting the Tigers up 14. Chiefs fans sit stunned and silent. Ozark continues the onslaught as blown coverage by the Chiefs leaves Willie Gray wide open for the 55-yard touchdown pass, making it 21-0 Ozark.
Touchdown, Ozark!
After another Tigers score, the Chiefs are finally able to punch one in to make the score 28-7 going into the half. Chiefs looking to rally. First possession of the second half, and quarterback Alex Lawson tries to create something that isn't there. Throws an interception at the goal line, killing the Chiefs' momentum. Sophomore quarterback Anthony Cooper would come in to replace Lawson. Cooper is able to immediately create something on offense as he finds Pack in the corner of the end zone for the athletic touchdown grab, giving the Chiefs life. The Chiefs' defense would let them down again as Lindsay was able to break off another 30-plus yard touchdown run, putting the Tigers up 3 touchdowns heading into the fourth quarter.
Touchdown!
The young Chiefs quarterback refuses to give up as he puts the ball where only his receiver can get it in the end zone for another touchdown pass, his second of the night. Later, he would take it in himself for the rushing TD, but the defense would give up yet another touchdown, and the Chiefs would fall to the Tigers and see their playoff hopes disappear.
The Chiefs would end the year with a winning record of 6-4, but failed to make the district playoffs with a record of 1-3. The Chiefs will look to hand off play calling duties to sophomore quarterback Anthony Cooper, as he was able to come in and be a lone bright spot for the Chiefs in their last game, accounting for 3 touchdowns in the second half. For the High School Football Roundup, I'm Zach Slaight.